I've been on this now for, hey JP, for a couple months. June 1st is about when I started, and I want to give some tips and tricks of what's worked really well for me and really how to use this for your business, and tell you a little bit about some mistakes I made at the beginning, just so you can avoid them. So that's what this is going to be. So let's talk about some tips and tricks of Periscope. And I'll tell you a little story. When I first started using this, I didn't know how to read my comments, and my Periscopes were pretty bad because I was just talking. So the power of Periscope is really in the communication. And I know it can be hard, especially when you're just getting started, right? Like you're trying to read these comments and talk. And you guys, there's nothing wrong with setting the terms of your Periscope. If you want people to hold off comments while you get a point across, you have every right. Because yes, Mac is saying responding to comments is really hard. You definitely want to make sure you're responding though. In Life Made Well, I 100% know it's hard to comment and keep a thought. So you can set your own terms, but please make sure you are responding. You can use a tool called Catch.me. I've been using Catch.me, but you can take it a step further because Catch.me is actually, when it works, it's not working right now, it actually will save your scope. So sometimes if you can't get to a person, or you really want to follow up with that person, you can go to your Catch.me file or watch the replay and follow up. Guys, it's going to take a little extra work. It takes a little extra time to go out there and do that, but those extra steps, but you want to just set that up, guys, because the power is in the comments. The power is in your follow-up. And there's going to be some people that come on here and they're like, hey, I want to talk to you. And I'll say, oh, go follow up with me here. And I never hear from them. But you're darn straight, I'm going to go find them and follow up with them and do that. So that it takes a little bit of extra effort, but I would encourage you to make sure you're responding. Now, the purpose of your scopes, I do a lot of different ones, and I'll tell you what's worked really well for me, especially as you're building. I've done just an open Q&A. Not my favorite, and I would not encourage you, if you've yet to do your first scope, don't just do an ask me anything, because you want some structure. But what I do is I always have a purpose to your scope. Oh, and like somebody was saying, put an outline together. I have right here, like the points I definitely want to make. So as people are asking me questions, I know I can go back to it. Somebody's saying, I have a retail musical instrument. Why would I use Periscope? Oh, JT, you could use Periscope for so many things. You could show people how to use instruments, give people ideas of the costs. So I know if I'm going to buy a piano, what the heck the cost is and what I should expect. Show people how to take lessons. Hey, Sandy, welcome. There's so many different ways you could utilize Periscope in your business. But I would recommend every scope has some sort of direction. Make your outline. Yes, Crystal, the key is offering valuable information, okay? So that is really, really important that you're adding value. Give people the insights to your store, to your business. Educate them, use it for that, and we'll go there. Okay, I really want you, this was a lesson I learned the hard way when I first started doing it, is have some sort of call to action. So this is why you want your scopes, and of course, well, I'll have you send you to my Facebook group, but this is why you want a structure, because you want everything you do needs to be strategic. And I hate to say that, but it does. So I want you guys like thinking of a way to send them somewhere. So your lessons correlate to something, because here's the biggest lesson I've learned about speaking, and Periscope is the same way. When you do well, when you're giving great information, people want more of you. So I started speaking a year ago. I just started my business. I knew a lot of people. I've started and sold a couple businesses. And what happened was I knew so many people because I've started and sold businesses here that I said, hey, I want to speak. And people were like, oh yeah, come speak at my event. And I didn't know what I was doing. And the only place I did was I had a place to send them to was my Twitter. It was a very bad strategy. I do not recommend that. So make sure you have a strategy in this, but have a strategy to take them somewhere else, to give them something more, because they're going to want that. So have an opt-in. That's an easy, with a bit.ly, an easy place to send them. Somebody was asking about follows. How do you get more followers? And there's a few different ways I'd recommend you do this. It's just like any other social media outlet. I wish I could tell you there's a certain key, a secret to Periscope, but it goes with anywhere else. Add value and connect. really start connecting and being in the places your audience is. But what you want to be able to do is get active. It's been a great way to build my audience is I get on other people's sites or other scopes, and I talk and I talk and I talk. And another key, keep track of the people who are huge fans of yours, okay? Keep track of those people who are on your scopes commenting a lot, who are on your scopes every time you get on. And at the very beginning, guys, I could still tell you who those people were. Every single time I went live, 9 times out of 10 they were on. But what you want to do is follow them and then jump on their scopes. So Life Made Well is asking how you track them. You can track them. I have a horrible memory in some places, but a great memory in others. You're going to start seeing the same faces, and you're going to want to remember those people because those are your fans. And you better make sure you're following them and jumping on their scope, because when they see you, it's going to mean a lot to them that you're paying attention to them and that you notice them, and B, they're going to call you out and they're going to be like, oh my God, Erin, thank you so much. Make sure you follow Erin. This is really make a community out of this. And make sure, hey, Faux Social, make sure you're connecting there and not just, hey, here's my scopes, hopefully somebody watches, but you're jumping on the people you want to connect with and jumping on the people who are really, it's like retweeting somebody who sends you a great message. It's another extra step. Hey, Krista. So yes, that recognition is really going to be powerful. It's been a great way. Make sure you're spending those little extra steps in those people that matter. The extra steps and the catches are the people who want to follow up with you, and the extra steps are the people who are really supporting you, because we're all starting here and you have to really appreciate those people. Thank you, Alex. We talk about this a lot, about appreciation in my challenges and stuff. Not only has it been a great way for me to find new people, it's really deepened connections that I've known of people I've known now for a while. So you guys utilize that. Deepen your connections of the people you already know. Tina Pettis, a perfect example. Tina and I knew each other. We've known each other, we're in the same groups, whatever. But Periscope has really allowed that to, hey, we see each other now. It's like I get to have coffee with people. Jess Rhodes, another one. I know Jess. She's helped me. I hired her to help me with but being able to utilize Periscope as a way. I have another person I'm bringing on to help them get their message out. So really use this as a two-way street. Help others, deepen connections, and meet new people.